Welcome to segment 3 of the perfect listing presentation. In this video, we're going to be talking about what to do in the follow-through. Now that you've done the preparation, you've had the listing appointment, now what? Let's dive in. This is the follow-through of the listing appointment. You've done all the preparation from the previous videos, and by the way, if you haven't seen the videos, make sure you check them out right now so this video doesn't sound out of place. You've done everything before, you just had the listing presentation, and one of two things just happened. You either got the listing, woo, congratulations, or somehow, for some reason, there was an objection and you didn't get it. Let's talk about it. Let's first go into you didn't get it. If you did not get the listing, follow up, yes. So what you have to do when it comes to follow-up is you need to be ultra aggressive in your follow-up, because I want you to know this. If you did not get the listing signed at the appointment, I'm telling you, the percentage of listings that you will get signed if you don't get it signed at the appointment it drops off quite a lot. I'm going to be honest with you, because the ratio is that people will list with the first agent that they meet with roughly 75 to 85% of the time. This is like you go on one presentation, they've never interviewed another agent, they're just going to list with the first person that they actually speak to 75 to 85% of the time. Now, if you don't get it signed at that appointment, the percentage of people that end up listing with that agent is less than 10%. That's a scary number. So again, you need to be cognizant, which is why in the preparation video we talk about when you confirm the appointment, you basically try to flush out all the objections that you're going to get at that appointment. Again, follow up, let's just give you a quick brief overview of what I would do in this situation. Let's say I went on an appointment, I didn't get the listing. Now, what you're going to do is the following. At the presentation, they're going to give me what objection, whatever it is. Let's say I couldn't handle it, or they just kept, they were very stern on not giving me the listing. Okay, great. First and foremost, you can just say, I feel like there's a little bit of a concern when it comes to working with me. I'm just kind of curious. Is there any reason why you might be hesitant? Put it on the table. Don't be afraid to just ask, because they can just be like, well, listen, I have a friend in the business. We're just curious to get a second opinion. I've had people say that to me, and I appreciate it, and I was probably not going to get the listing in the first place. But I've also had people who say, well, I have a friend in the business. Again, we're just looking for a second opinion. I'm like, John, I completely can appreciate that. I appreciate the transparency. Just curious, John, are you really interested in working with a family friend that you've known for a long time? I mean, do you know that it might cause any friction when it comes to family or friend relationships? Are you sure you really want to do that? And then he's like, well, I guess you're right. I mean, maybe we can have a real conversation about that. And I'm getting a listing a lot, right? So it doesn't mean every single time, but it just, again, I'm not afraid of going there and asking the tough questions. What you're going to do is you're going to ask the question at the appointment. When should I follow up with you? You're like, give me a week. Give me a day. Whatever they say. Longer than basically tomorrow. You want to cut it in half and you want to follow up with them then. So if they say, Henry, call me back in a week. I'm like, okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to call you back in 3 to 4 days. But in the meantime, I'm also going to hit you up like 3 or 4 times in between, but I'm going to do it in a really kind, not pressury way. Let me talk about it. Say, well, give me a week, Henry, no problem. Okay, can I just ask you really quick, John, what you need a week to think about? Well, we're thinking about this, and this. It'll flush out some other objections. Just want to let you know you can go there as well. So John, another quick question, be like, so really, what's going to change between now and next week? Again, ask the question, then shut up. You ask that, see where it goes. Now, here's the thing. Let's just say they're really strict on it. Let's just say they say a week. We're just going to use that as a time frame going forward. So say, okay, no problem. I'll give you a call next week. No problem at all. Thanks, John. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for having me over. Yada, yada. Be appreciative. Be caring. Everything else. You're going to walk out the door. You get to your car. What do you think you do? You're going to send them a text message, because you're obviously not going to call them from there. That'd be kind of weird, but you're going to send them a text message, and you're going to say, John and Sally, whoever, say, John and Sally, I just want to say thank you so much for having me over. I greatly appreciate it, and I'm so looking forward to following up with you in a week, because you heard what they said, okay? You're going to reiterate that again. They're going to say, thank you so much, Henry. Thank you for coming by. We'll talk to you soon. Perfect, okay? And by the way, what I've also done a million times is that you can send them a video message. The exact same thing I just said via text message, you're going to do on your phone. You go to your camera, right? I'm going to make this really simple, stupid, right? And you're going to turn this around and be like, right, I'm going to record this right now. Watch how simple this gets. Ready? Here we go. Hey, John and Sally, it's Henry with EXP Realty. Just want to say thank you so very much for having me over your house today. It was wonderful meeting you and the family, and I'm so looking forward to keeping in touch with you, and I'll call you next week just like I promised would. Have a wonderful rest of your night, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Just that simple. And by the way, I'm going to tell you right now, yes, I have sent out thousands of video messages, so even if it takes you like 13 times to record it, I want you to know it took me like 50 times to record it the first time. But I'm going to say real quick, ignore the perfection, record the video, and just send it. Because listen, I've stumbled over words, and I'll just send it anyways. They just care to hear your voice, your energy, and that you care. That's all they really care about, okay? So, again, anyways, you can send a text message if you don't want to do the video, but I recommend you do the video if you really want to get that conversion rate as high as possible. You're going to do that from the car. You literally just left 10 seconds ago, and you're going to send them a video. Now what's going to happen is this. You're going to get home, whatever, ignore that the rest of the day. Now, the next morning, what you're going to do is you want to send them a quick text. If they did not respond to you already, you're going to send them another quick text. say, hey, John, just want to say, I hope you had a wonderful night yesterday. So looking forward to catching up next week. I really do appreciate the time that we spent together and looking forward to catching up. But, something simple like that, okay? By the way, if you send them a text, now you can send them a video. If you send them a video, you can send them a text now. I would not call them back the next day. What I would do is that now 2-3 days go by. They said a week. So now on day 3 or day 4, 100% call them back. It's like, hey, John, it's Henry again with EXP Realty. I know you wanted me to call you back in a week, so just wanted to touch base, see how the weekend's going, see how you're doing, see if you have any plans for the weekend. Ignore what their results or their thoughts were about the appointment. Ignore it. Just wanted to call you, see how your weekend was, see if you were going to do anything fun this weekend, whatever day it is. Happy Friday, happy Tuesday, happy whatever. I know we're not going to have a decision until the rest of the week, but just curious if you had any thoughts about it yet. This is what a top agent will do. They're not going to wait 7 days to possibly... What happens if someone else walked in that door 10 minutes after you left that day and they end up getting the appointment? There are some people where they're like, I end up calling them back a week later. I've done this in my career years ago when I never really did follow up as much. I would call them back in 7 days and be like, hey, it's Henry. I promised to call you back in 7 days. It's been 7 days. How are you? Right? And they say like, well, I ended up signing a listing agreement with the next agent we spoke with. Okay, great. Thanks for the heads up. But again, that only happens because I did not follow up enough. Make sure you close that gap. Now, let's go to the other side of the coin. Let's say you signed the listing agreement. I'm so proud of you. Congratulations. On to many more. What you're going to do is this. Just like if you didn't get it, you're going to send them a video message expressing your gratitude, their appreciation, and their confidence in you. Again, let's record a quick video. Ready? Here, this is exactly what it sounds like when we record it right in front of everyone. Here we go. 1 sec. Video. And 3, 2, ready? Hey, John, it's Henry again with EXP Realty. Just want to say thank you so much for your confidence in me. I will not let you down, I assure you that. So excited to also give you a call tomorrow. We're going to set up an exact game plan of exactly what's going to happen and when it will be completed by. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and so looking forward to connecting with you again soon. Take care. Simple, simple, simple. Don't overcomplicate how this can be, okay? So now, what's going to happen is this. Again, that happened when you just got back in the car. You can send them a text message if you want to say the exact same thing. Hey, John, great meeting you. Appreciate the confidence in me and my team or whatever it is. Looking forward to connecting with you again tomorrow, tonight, whenever it is, with the next steps for you. Or whatever you reiterated at the appointment, right? You can just reiterate the same thing. Like, hey, I told you I was going to call you back tomorrow. I'm going to do exactly that. Whatever you want to say. Now, what we're going to do is this. It's all about the follow-through. If you promise something you want to deliver, if there's one thing you want to get out of this video, is that you need to be a person of your word. Integrity is everything. Your service is what gets you referred. Your service is what gets you referred. Because listen, if you do a terrible job when it comes to servicing the client, I'm telling you right now, as long as you have a good relationship, you might be able to save things, but that's what they're looking at. They're looking at how they've been serviced. That is everything from it. How you priced it, how you marketed it. Are you a person of your word? Are you a man or woman of integrity the entire time? Service is going to get you referred. So the service is also going to be, did you ask for a referral? When you call them back, you're going to set the expectation. It's all about setting expectations, by the way. I don't know if you've heard me say this 10,000 times or not, but it's all about setting expectations. So again, you're going to set up the expectation and say, John, again, thank you so much for your confidence in me. Let's talk about our next steps. First and foremost, we're going to get photos scheduled, sign installed, lockbox installed. We're going to get an open house scheduled. We're going to get this scheduled. Your next steps is filling out this seller's disclosure, filling out this document, whatever else it needs to be completed. You're going to make sure you set that expectation that our open house is going to be Sunday. I'm going to show up an hour before. I'm going to do this. 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 And guess what? Be a man or woman of your word. Integrity is key here. Because again, if you say something and you don't do it, how does it make you look? Probably not that great. By the way, real quick side note, but Henry, what happens if something happens? But Henry, what happens to this? Guess what? Set the expectation that it's going to. Don't be afraid to renegotiate. Hey, John, I know you said the photos are going to be done by Friday. Looks like there's going to be a crazy storm. I don't recommend that we do photos that day. Or, hey, John, I'm actually running super late out in traffic on this. I just want to let you know. I just want to give you a heads up. I might be a few minutes late to my 1 hour previous to my open house. Hey, I'm going to be a few minutes late to the open house or whatever it is. I just want to let you know that. And, if you're setting this expectation that you're going to set up this good service that you're going to provide for them. One thing I'll always say to every single client is like, listen, you're going to hear from me once a week. I didn't go anywhere. Again, you're going to get a call from me every single Tuesday, or for you, it can be every Monday, Thursday, Friday. Ignore the day, but I do my calls on Tuesdays. Tuesdays are status calls for me. Now, what I do is I contact my clients typically every Tuesday, and I'll just touch base with them. And hey, like this week, this is the next step, or hey, last week this happened. But I'll also say to them this: is if hypothetically in the next 7 days, I just want you to know if I randomly get an offer, because it would say, hey, we just listed the house. I'm just letting you know, John, I'm not going to hold on to an offer and not tell you about it for 7 days because I promise you I'm going to call you every Tuesday. I'll make sure I call you within a few hours of getting that offer, within at least 24 hours of getting that offer, depending on what's going on. No matter what, I assure you, you're going to be up to date. And if there's ever a moment where you feel like you're not up to date, please let me know because I value my service at a high level and I want to make sure I'm constantly improving. So anyways, set the expectation up front. This is when I'm going to call you, because again, you also don't want to make sure that your client is calling you every single freaking day. Hey, where are you? Where are you? Where? I said I was going to call you every Tuesday. And guess what? On Tuesday, hey, John, it's Henry. I promised you I was going to call you every Tuesday. This is our Tuesday status call. How are you? Set that expectation, follow through with it. People are going to appreciate it. Last thing I have here is talking about and asking for referrals. John, it's Tuesday, status call day. Like I promised, I'd call you every Tuesday. I'm calling you right now. How are you? Doing great, Henry. Thank you for the call. Well, last week, this is what happened. This week, this is what I think we should do. You're going to give them an update. And then you say, thank you, whatever happens, okay? John, also, real quick, can I ask you a favor? He's going to say, sure, Henry, what can I do for you? John, can I count on you for one fantastic referral? Someone who's just like you, super appreciative, caring, kind, looking to sell their home, because of blank. Again, if John is downsizing, John is upsizing, John is selling an investment property, whatever, because people spend a lot of time with people just like them. So you're going to say, John, can I count on you for one great referral? Someone who's similar to you, looking to sell their investment property within the next 30 days. Can I count on you for that? Yeah, sure, Henry, absolutely, no problem. I'll keep my eyes and ears open. Actually, it's funny, my friend Andrew, my friend Sally was thinking about doing the same exact thing. You know how many times I've heard that? But sometimes, ends up happening, I get in my head, and I don't ask them for that referral, and guess what? That person has those referrals and doesn't give it to me because I didn't ask. Exactly. So make sure you are asking every single client. By the way, you don't have to say it every week, but just about every other week, you should be asking for a referral. And say, hey, John, I know about 2 weeks ago, you said that you would, I could count on you for one great referral. Just curious if you had to happen to speak to anybody in the meantime. And he's like, yeah, actually, my friend Andrew should be giving you a call. He didn't call you yet? I got to reach out to him. Do you mind if you just put him in a group chat? Okay, cool. Set the expectation and just make sure you follow through. Listen, guys, you're going to do fantastic. If you didn't check out the other 2 videos from this Mastering the Listing Presentation segment, make sure you check out those videos. And if you want to work with me one-on-one, make sure to click the link in the comment section below. And beyond that, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Take care.